This is question 14 on the similar shapes worksheet. You can pause the video to read the question. I'm just going to highlight the main information. Most of it's on the diagram, as we can see. The key thing to take away from the information given is it says the cone and cylinder have the same vertical axes, which is referring to this. So it goes through the center of the cone and the center of the cylinder. The next thing is the base of each, the cone and the cylinder, lie on the same axis. So in other words, they're on a flat surface. The circumference of the cylinder touches the curved surface of the cone. So that's this point. All of those points along the circumference of the top of the cylinder touch the cone. The height is 12. Now that's given to us. And the radius of the base of the cone, so that's this distance here, is 4. Now that's provided to us. But we're also told that the radius of the cylinder is r here. So we saw the radius of the cylinder r. So the radius of the cylinder is referring to this distance here, or this distance here, which is shown down there. So what we need to do is find the volume of the cylinder in the form ar squared plus a pi r squared plus b pi r cubed. Now a clue for this question is the fact that we're trying to find volume in terms of pi and r, and a and b are just constants, so there's just some numbers that we don't know yet. So we know the volume of a cylinder. If I just sketch one out here, it's going to be pi r squared times height. Now the key difference between these two representations is the representation that we want doesn't have h in it. So it's going to be something to do with the height of this cylinder. So this height, which we don't know what it is, so I'll just show you in red. So this is the height of the cylinder. We're going to have to use that as a clue. So for step 1, we are going to try to see if we can use similar shapes to work out any lengths or potentially areas or volumes that we can from here. Now you might know from looking at cones that actually there is a triangle here that we can see. So I'm going to sketch this triangle out down there because we're going to label it. And actually you can see there's a triangle within that triangle down here. So it's quite tricky to spot this, but with a bit of practice and familiarity we can become adept at answering questions like this. So here what we're going to do is now just label all the sides. So for the large triangle the height is 12 and the base length is 4. For the smaller triangle the height is just h, and the base length, which is here, is going to be 4 take away r. Now we've got two similar triangles here, and what we want to do is work out a way where we can make h the subject and then replace this h. So there's two ways that we can go about this using similar shapes. We know that whatever we multiply h by to get to 12, we're going to have to multiply 4 minus r by to get to 4. So we can just write these as fractions. So 12 over h is equal to 4 over, h is equal to 4 over 4 minus r. And we can cross multiply. So this then becomes 12 brackets 4 minus r is equal to 4h. Divide both sides by 4. So then I get 3 times 4 minus r is equal to h. And we can expand this out to get 12 minus 3r equals h. The other way to do this, we're going to get the same answer, is you can use scale factors within the shapes. So what we're really saying is 4 times 3 is going to give you 12. Well, that must mean that 4 minus r times 3 is going to give you h. So let's write this out. 4 minus r times 3 equals h. So that becomes 12 minus 3r equals h. So you'll notice we've got the same answer in both cases. This method is a little bit neater, but both completely valid. So what we're going to do now is replace this h with this equivalence. So let's write this out. So the volume of the cylinder equals pi r squared h, which is equal to pi r squared brackets 12 minus 3r, and that gives you your final answer of 12 pi r squared minus 3 pi r cubed. Now if you look at the question here, it's saying find the volume of the cylinder in the form a pi r squared plus b pi r cubed. So we found the value of a and b. So a is 12 and b is negative 3. So I'll leave that on the screen. You can have a look at the working out for that. Hope you found that helpful. Hit subscribe, smash the like button for more content.